Yorkshire Barrow time. This would be lots 8, 9, and 10. We're going to start with lot 8. This is the solo barrow, and this sale will be the 9 liter. 9 liter we sold there in our last sale was accepted very well, and I think this hog represents that litter to the highest degree. Just a hog that was smaller in the litter, actually got cross-fostered and raised by a different sow, but in terms of quality, we think he's awfully good, and I think fits that August window with no question. He's sired by Big Paul there at Crossroads Genetics, a board that's done a tremendous job for so many people, and I think a board we needed to utilize and use on a couple litters, and darn sure glad we did. Mother is Big Steps Littermate sister, be a Big Stick Gain Control, sown by the Stolquist family there a few years ago, and I think a gilt that was very, very good, and I think one we needed to own, no question. She was Reserve Yorkshire, and a third overall gilt there in the NSR ring in 2019 at Expo, and then a gilt that's her last litter there a year ago, raised Riley Rodoball's third overall Yorkshire gilt at Louisville that was sold and accepted extremely well. So very good litter, very predictable in terms of pedigree at the same time, and I think this pair here exemplifies look, design, and balance. Awesome head and neck, pastern sets on point. One that I think's a presence from the side and still have the right amount of muscle and power. He's huge-legged in terms of bone work. He's got a big forearm working in him and still immature about his pattern, and I think that's all right for a Yorkshire to look like this because he's going to catch him on the side in terms of his look, his elevation, his levelness, and still have the shape and muzzle. Power, width, and dimension, I think, is going to come along whenever you need it to. And I think a barrow that fits the July-August setting and be a monster in terms of a big heavyweight kind of a pig. I like that pig's future a great deal. Smaller in the litter, but I think it's going to work to his advantage come July and August. The next two pigs are going to be out of the 22 liter. 22 liter is actually a result of a bred gilt purchase that a family in Colorado, the Riches, made there from us, and I think had a little error there on our farrowing date, and ended up talking to them, and great customers of ours, Kyle and Angie, and I think we decided just to farrow her here because I made a little bit of error there when she was going to farrow, but it worked out. I was 3 weeks off there in the books, but we got her farrowed. She did a great job. This mother originated from Kilmer Swine Farm there. Time's Up Dominator leaps and bounds. So her grandmother would be the grandmother or the mother of this sow is a Dominator Leaps, be a littermate to Colton Kilmer's Reserve Grand North American gilt there in 2019. That Time's Up has done a great job as well. So very closely bred to the Fight Club Knockout and Roxanne sow that we have here. Very excited about this pedigree, and she did a tremendous job. Bred to Step 1 there, the George Watson board that's made a good splash for us here. And I think this mating worked extremely, extremely well. We're going to start with lot 9, which would be 22-1. He is an intact male. We're going to sell him as a barrow. Stout, burly, great shape and muscle. Center body's good. Flexibility is incredibly good in terms of one that's got an awesome hip and hind leg. He's got a big forearm working in him. Starts stout about his skull, but still reads with some shape and muscle and immaturity on the side profile. I like that hog's balance, and I think one you can feed on. You can make him a heavyweight in July, or if he's got enough power and muscle, you can manipulate him and show him when you need to. But awesome presence from the side, but still offers the power you like to see. Lots 10 is going to be next. This is 22-2. This barrow here is one that I think just patterns up so good, and I think feedability on this pig is awesome in terms of one that's just going to be just easy to coast along. Hip and hind leg is on point. His set up front's plenty good enough, but still reads stout about his skull, but still extended. Good muscle, good length, and I think one you can feed on if you've got a July setting. If you need to hold him for that early August, I think he's got enough set in him because he's got enough just density, stoutness, and shape to do that. But in terms of one that's feet and legs are on point, center body's going to be good, and I think just maintains a great look from the side and still has that durability and stoutness. But a really good pen of Yorkshire Barrows.